Blonde who's shaking up the White House. That's tomorrow.
We showed you Paul McCartney's surprising TV interview where he professed his love for model Heather Mills. Well, tonight, in an exclusive, we have more from the couple as they reveal how they became so intimate.
I thought it was very cute, but it didn't go into my head at the time.
Heather Mills wasn't even alive at the first wave of Beatlemania, but her sentiments echoed the girls who were. And Paul says it was Heather's dedication to her charity to help amputees like herself that first drew his interest.
I was very impressed, you know, with her speaking, as a lot of people have said already. So I found out a telephone number, like you do.
Yeah.
And rang her up and said, you know, we should talk about some charity stuff. I like what you're doing. So we had 3 or 4 meetings, all very prim and proper.
Paul donated over $200,000 and helped out a musical fundraising project.
And then eventually I realized I fancied him.
From the start.
Well, I did fancy him from the start, yeah, but I was playing it cool.
Yeah, all right. And so it's at that point that you started going out? Well, I couldn't believe I was a bit naive, actually, which I'm not normally. And I just thought, he's a guy that does a lot of work for charity. Yeah. And I had no idea that he fancied me for a while.
Paul's appearance was a surprise to Heather, but the former Beatle was keeping Will Hanrahan, producer of Stars in Their Lives, in the dark as well.
We had to ask Paul if he'd like to come on the show. And Paul kept it to himself whether he'd come on the show or not.
They were just hoping for a pre-taped interview, but even 2 days before the show, they still had no response.
And that's when we got the call, you must tell nobody, this has got to be a global secret, we see a newspaper photographer, we drive on by.
Paul is still wearing what appears to be his wedding ring, and on the show, the couple was cagey about their future. Asked again backstage, Paul, who autographed an album for Hanrahan, said he was only thinking about dinner.
I think Paul is still upset and in an emotional state as a result of what's happened in his life. This was a man who deeply loved his wife and still does.
But Heather apparently has him ready to sing some silly love songs again.
One of the last meetings, I got into the lift, oh God, and sort of just felt these eyes in my back, and the lift is round the corner, and I turned round and I saw him going, I thought he's eyeing up my bum.
And I was.
So nice to see him happy. After their interview, Paul and Heather felt so relaxed, they stuck around to party with the crew. And E.T. has learned breaking news about Whitney Houston.